This is a slide everyone will agree with, that cuts harm patients. I mean, that's obviously well known. It obviously increases the cost to the patient. It reduces the quality of medical care because the middleman, the GP, the family physician will pressurize the specialist into inflating the bill by doing more tests, doing more treatments, referring to other specialists so that the size of his cut increases. And more importantly, it completely destroys the trust between the doctor and the patient, which is sad. I think this is the one thing you need to remember. The only reason we give cuts is to earn more money, which on a short-term basis seems to make sense, but on a long-term basis, it's the stupidest thing in the world to do. And doctors are meant to be intelligent and doctors are meant to be smart. So you do a short-term kick, as a result of which you end up hurting yourself in the long run. Because the reality is once you start giving kickbacks, you can't stop. Everyone says, yeah, in the first 5 years I'll give. Once I start establishing my name, I'll stop giving. I won't need to give. Just doesn't happen. And really, what sense does it make that you work that hard? And we all know the income tax guys take 35% away. Here you're giving 50% away. So what are you going to be left with? And the worst thing is this is all black money, which again, is going to cause sleepless nights. And that's why doctors are such favorite targets for income tax officers and raids. But the reality is that giving cuts harms you. It harms you financially. Instead of actually helping you to earn more money, it actually makes you poorer. You've got to look at this not in the terms of 1 year or 2 years. You've got to look at your lifetime earnings. You're going to be a doctor and maybe practicing for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. And if you started off by giving 50%, which means you've written off 50% of your entire lifetime value of professional income and given it away to a GP, what sense does that make? Again, it's not how much money you earned, it's how much you keep for yourself. And if you give 50% away, you obviously ended up with half. And the reality is if you stop giving cuts, you can do a lot more. You won't need to see that many patients because the few patients you see will actually give you more income because the GP is not taking half of it away. You'll obviously have more spare time to do more interesting things, and I'll come back to that. But much more importantly, I think you'll have a stronger spine because what does that mean? It means consultants have lost all self-respect.